Okay, this is mock interview 2. I want to start out that this is only a mock interview, that it will only be used for my education in interviewing, and I must state that I am not a mental health professional, and any advice I may give in the interview is just my opinion and not a professional opinion or option. Because this is only a mock interview, you can pretend to be someone else or make up problems if you like. Beware that some questions may be redundant. Some may touch on sensitive subjects. I would like to request your permission to post this video on YouTube where only your voice would be heard and you will not be seen on the video. Be aware that you have to give verbal, do not just nod your head. Do I have your permission to do that?
Yes.
No, speak up, please.
Yes.
Okay. What name would you like to be called in this interview?
Kathy.
Kathy? Okay, Kathy, let's begin. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you here today?
A friend asked me to come over.
Okay. Can you tell me about your childhood? What was it like growing up?
It was rough. It wasn't easy.
Okay.
I only had a mother, and she worked 3 jobs to make sure we had food to eat and clothes to wear and send us to school.
So, how many were there of you?
3.
3? Are they older, younger?
Older.
Okay. Are they brothers, sisters?
Yes.
How many?
I got a brother and a sister, but they're step brother and sister. We got the same mom but different dads.
So half siblings?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about your relationship with your mother?
Oh, it was great.
Okay.
I loved my mom. We were like 2 peas in a pot.
Okay. What was she like as a person?
Awesome.
You said that she worked really
Yes.
hard to
Yes.
provide for you 3.
She would even give blankets to the homeless when in the winter.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do
She
you,
was very thoughtful.
so is that a person that you try to emulate? Try to be like?
Well, yeah, but I just don't have the blankets to give to the homeless.
Yeah, but you have the desire
Yes.
to do it.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'd like you to describe a specific encounter with your mother, something that stands out, something that when you think of your mom, you think of this moment.
Christmas trees.
Christmas trees? Can you?
Because she was a big to-do about Christmas. We always got a Christmas tree, and we hung all kinds of lights and stuff on the tree.
Okay. So Christmas is a time that you always think of your mom?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other things that would stand out that you remember besides just Christmas?
Well, I always tried to think of the good things
Okay.
because my mom got shot when I was 14.
Oh,
So I always think of the good things.
okay. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you always honored her memory
Yeah.
by.
I mean, now she did punish us. I mean, she believed in sparing that switch.
Well, not
but-
sparing the switch, probably.
Right, but I'm just saying she did discipline us when we needed it. I
Okay.
never got a whooping that I didn't deserve. I deserved every one I got.
So there's no hard feelings about
No,
your mom.
no.
She's your hero.
She's my rock.
She's your rock. Okay. And you didn't have any relationship with your father. He was out of the picture.
Well, I met him after my mom passed away,
Okay.
and I didn't like the situation because it was like everybody kept him from me. Maybe it was for my own good, I don't know.
Okay.
But I met him, and that was about it.
Can you remember like what kind of feeling he gave off to you? Did he want to have a relationship, you believe, or?
He wanted to, but I didn't because I felt like I had been lied to, and I just didn't want anything to do with him.
Do you believe he lied to you, or the people in your family lied to you?
My family lied to me,
Okay.
but I guess I sort of punished him instead of them.
Because they were your family,
Yeah.
and he
That
was was sort of an outsider to
right,
you.
yes.
Okay, I can understand that. And did you only just meet him the once, or?
Well, I met him at my mama's funeral, and then I went home with them for a weekend, and I just, after I left that weekend, I knew I didn't want to go back.
Okay, something was off that you didn't feel like.
Well, I didn't feel comfortable at all. I had pictures of my mom, and I was showing them to my other brothers and sisters because he's also got 2 daughters and 3 sons. And I was showing them my mama's picture, and my daddy's wife got mad and told me to put them pictures away.
So basically, it wasn't your dad that gave you the feeling. It was probably his family that
Yeah.
gave you the feeling
Yes.
of you're not welcome. We don't want you here, kind of thing.
Right. Yes.
Because the thing that you described is that you're grieving your mom.
I'll grieve her until the day I pass.
Yeah, but you were grieving your mom because it was what? Probably the weekend after the funeral?
It was a month after.
A month after the funeral.
Yes.
So you're still grieving, and you were, what, 14? You
Yes.
said?
Yes.
And they
didn't-
weren't understanding.
No.
And you were showing your half siblings, basically.
Pictures of my mom.
Yeah, and then his wife got on to you.
Yes.
And that's probably just like last straw for you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I
it
knew
wasn't-
I didn't want to go back there.
But it wasn't your dad. Your dad wanted a relationship.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any relationship with his side of the family? Any contact?
No.
What about your other siblings?
Well, now Carol, my sister, that is my daddy's daughter.
Yeah.
Me and her talk every now and then.
So you do have contact.
Yes, just with one of them.
And
Her name is Carol.
do you have a good relationship with her?
Yes. Well, I wouldn't say good, but at least we talk. you
Civil,
know.
you're keeping in touch,
Right,
kind
right,
of way. Okay.
right.
What about the ones that you were raised with your mama's other children?
Well, there's a little bit of jealousy there, because I didn't meet them until I was 7 years old. I didn't even know I had a brother and sister. And when I met them when I was 7, I got a little jealous, because then I knew I had to share my mom with 2 other kids.
Okay. Why did you only meet them when you were 7?
Because Penny and Vernon got taken away from my mom when I was born, because their dad proved her as being unfit because I wasn't his.
Was she married to him?
Yes.
And you were the...
Well, what they did was they separated, and they
Okay.
were separated for about a year, and then Mom got pregnant, and then he proved her as unfit and took his kids, and then it took Mom 7 years to get them back.
Okay. So basically, you probably knew about them, but you didn't meet
No,
them. You
I didn't
know?
know nothing about them until my mom come got me from school one day, and she goes, you have a brother and sister out in the car," and I looked at her like, "What?"
Okay.
And then that's when everything come out, you know.
So
about-
you thought you were an only child until you were 7.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when I met them, I was totally jealous.
I'm totally jealous because basically...
I
you-
had to share my mom.
Did they have any relationship with their dad
Oh
after?
yes, oh
Okay.
yes. They would go over there on the weekends and stuff like that.
Okay. But it was you and your mom until she passed. And
Yes.
then-
Well, it's me, my mom, my brother and sister
okay.
until she passed.
So you guys, so from the age of 7 to 14, they lived with you. What happened after?
After Mom died.
Yeah.
Well, Penny and Vernon were already gone, you know, because they're older.
Yeah, that they were.
So I was the only one at home, and when my mama passed away, I went to go live with my grandma for a while. And then I went and lived with my uncle and aunt for a while. And then I went back to my grandma because my uncle was a Christian, and he didn't believe in smoking. He didn't believe in rock and roll. There's lots of, he wouldn't let me listen to my radio. And my mom already let me start smoking when I was 14 because she didn't want me doing it behind her back because she didn't want me burning up the place.
Okay.
But see, I had to go from my uncle back to my grandma's because my uncle wouldn't allow me to even listen to rock and roll.
Okay. And that was kind of a
Yeah.
thing